Bye. I felt like I was at death's doorstep this morning. Didn't know if we were going to have our marketing meeting. And I sat for a while they all talked about their Thanksgiving and stuff. Feeling like I didn't exist. Maybe I don't. I almost couldn't talk, and then found a pause where they were talking. I said, "You need anything from me?" I didn't know if we were going to be working today or not. And then we went over a few things. Some life was breathed into me. Knocked around a little bit to get me to speak. Oh, I guess I've got to make those videos about GHL. I guess I'll do that. I just kind of feel really dead inside at the moment. Just can't believe I can't believe that happened with Grant. Like, that's literally like the very definition of gaslighting is you do something to someone, you rattle their cage, or you you come in, you're all nice and friendly and flirty. Give them the idea that you like them. Then the next day, you say, "Oh, sorry about that. I didn't really mean it." Okay, cool. So then he says, "Oh, I've just been really stressed out lately." I proceed to say, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm here for you if you need to talk to somebody." Um, and he says, I'm going to send you something, you know, like, I want to tell you something about what's happening with me. And I'll send that to you soon. I've got to formulate how to say it and what I'm going to say and stuff like that. So I'm all in mystery, like, okay, cool. So, um, you know, and this is like the next day. And then, the last thing that I had just recovered from was I made an offhanded remark, a joke about something, and then immediately after that, he hung up and blocked me all over social media. And at that point, I just didn't care anymore. I mentally shut down, and I just was like, whatever, fine. I unhid all of my previous video journals and whatever, because I was like, fine, I guess it is all just fake. It was all fake, it was all just a lie. That has to be. It has to have been the answer, you know. Um, so that happened, a couple weeks ago, and then that was upsetting. But I just carried forward and went, okay, well, he's never going to speak to me again. After all that, he just doesn't really care, after all. And so, still feeling a little dead inside, I just, carried on. And, first week was a little rough for me. And then this week, I was starting to sort of like just, be like whatever about it. And then out of nowhere, he messages me and is like, being like flirty with me, and well, so, and then, giving me this impression that he's all like jacked up and horny and whatever. And I'm just like, okay. Saying things to me like, what am I going to do with this, huh? Telling me, complimenting me on certain things and whatever. So, obviously I'm not going to, you we'd been on this merry-go-round enough times for me to know, not be stupid and just go along with it, unless there's some kind of commitment from him about the future, like, what do you want from me? You're messing with my head again. And then you're just messing with me or trying to use me, basically. It really feels horrible when someone does that. And then just the next day, it's like, so the next day, he says, oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna, I've actually been kind of stressed about stuff, and I'm gonna send you something about what's going on with me. So I like wondering, like, what, are you actually going to, you know, say something nice about, you know, um, well, he did tell me when he was flirting with me that he did miss me, but are you going to come back and say, I've been thinking, I really do miss you, and, let's give this another shot, and I'd love to come and see you sometime. I was, it got my hopes up, and I got kind of, giddy about it, kind of like, well, but then of course my mind always goes into the worst case scenario and like, you know, trying to mentally prepare myself for a letdown because here it comes, right? And so I said, so are you gearing up to tell me that it was all a big mistake and it was just an anomaly? That was his excuse that he used before when this happened before. Or that you're, um, you're, oh, this is messy because you're actually seeing someone else. And I was kind of joking, but at the same time, I was like, I was like, sure, take as long as you need, but I am curious. Am I right? And then his comeback was not in a positive way, like he wasn't in a, you know, nice towards me. He came back with a defense. He came back defensive about, um, I'm seeing other people. Yeah, but you were just talking very lewdly with me. And if you are seeing other people, why are you sending me messages like this then? Did you lie to me when I asked you, are you seeing or chatting with anyone else right now? And you said no. I just can't believe this behavior. And then eventually it comes back to me like this is my fault. I'm a bad person now because I'm like, I basically say like, hey, look, like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. And, I'm very articulate about how I say it. I was nice. I was, but I was like, don't mess with me. And then it's basically, oh, this is turning into a bigger deal than I thought. And, it just basically, I'm not going to, talk to you now. And, uh, have a nice life because you're, you know, because you're, sending me all this stuff. And I went ballistic. I was like, oh my God, how can you do this to me? And he's saying like, sometimes I daydream about coming to the US to be with you. And, but I was wrong to think positively about us because of this. Because of all this now. Like it's my fault that I'm reacting to him being defensive about seeing other people at the same time as sending me messages like that. Why? Why would you do that to me? Why? And then just cut communication with me. Oh well, you're not in my city, so I can just cut communication with you and bye. I'm just flabbergasted. And then it's my fault that I'm trying to be intelligent about this and going, wait a minute. You got all flirty with me, and yet you're seeing someone right now? Or you're trying to? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? First of all, that's not okay to me, and it's not okay to the person, whoever you're seeing, to be like, I wouldn't like that if the guy I'm dating is like, you know, messaging his ex from a 6 year long relationship about how good in bed we were together and, all this stuff. Like, and, you know, sending suggestive messages like, so are you gonna send me something, that kind of a thing. Like, I wouldn't like that at all. That's really, you know, and then of course, you know, probably not telling this other person about me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's just super annoying to be treated with such disrespect, not given the truth, and being jerked around, playing around with my feelings when you know exactly how I feel and you know exactly that I'm a good person. I'm a decent person. In fact, when you said you were stressed out, I was like, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm here for you if you need to talk. Take your time on getting back to me over the weekend would be cool. It's not fair to leave me wondering, but hey, take your time, whatever. Show me some freaking mercy. Have mercy on me, please. And then you say you're not going to talk to me because I'm calling you out on your shit. And then sending me some bullshit about, oh, I'm not looking for a happily ever after relationship. What the hell is that supposed to mean? But then I realized I was your happily ever after. You just want some chick that will go to bed with you, won't bother you much, will, you know, not get in your way when you're, you know, doing stuff with your business, um, whatever, someone you can just hang on a boat with, right? You just want the easy, convenient, easy way out. In one of my messages, I said, the easy way out sometimes turns out to be the hardest path because guess what? You're not going to be honest with that person. They're going to think, you know, you're going to act all smooth and, cool and charming and whatever. Get them to fall in love with you. Get them to be your pet. And then that person will believe you. But it's not going to be quite the real thing. As you said, you're not looking for a happily ever after relationship. Just someone you can replace me with who is, maybe a little bit submissive, will go along with, you know, But that person has feelings too. So you tell this person that you love them and that, oh, we seem aligned and everything and, compatible and all this sort of thing. And we have this good thing going on and, easy, convenient, just have some fun. And forget about me. And just cut me off like I'm nothing. Do you know how demoralizing that feels? Have the decency to have a freaking conversation and speak to me on a call. Don't just you know, like weasel your way out of even giving me a freaking phone call to explain what the fuck. Like you can't even face talking to me and being real. I knew there must have been something up with this thing when he contacted me the other night. I'm just like, I mean, I was friendly, but I didn't play ball necessarily. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Are you lying to me? Are you just pretending? Just messing with me because you can? Because you have that power over me? Because it makes you feel good? I'm sure he'll never watch this. But I'm alive. I'm awake. I really just appreciate a call, an apology, but to my face, on a call, That tangled mess that you started, that you roped me into, and then blamed me for being confused by it and reacting somewhat can you please speak to me? What the hell? That literally is the definition of gaslighting. Gaslighting. It's very selfish. It's a very toxic, emotionally abusive thing to do to somebody. You spin them in, and then they go, what the fuck just happened? I didn't sleep at all last night. That's why I felt like a dead zombie when I woke up. I'm going to go back to video journaling because this fucks with my head. And you put me there, Grant. You put me there again. I don't know what the fuck is going on in your life, but you have no right to come back into my life. Give me this idea that you're this knight in shining armor riding up to that you're gonna tell me somehow that you've been thinking and yeah, let's get this business stuff worked out and let's make something of this and let's do this and we can do it and let me come out and visit you and da da da. I'm thinking in my I had a glimmer of hope about that and all that stuff, let's get our lives worked out so that I can come in, I can come and see you. But like, I thought maybe this time, this was where he would turn around and he wouldn't back out again. And and this is exactly betrayal after trust. So I was thinking, well, maybe this is it. Maybe this is where he tells me that he's going to come and see me, that he really does love me, and that he cares about me. And maybe he really does care about me and my well-being. And it matters to him because he wants to grow old with me, and he wants us to have our love and our laughs and our happiness together. He wants to have that happily ever after with me. This is it. But no, that's not what he was trying to do. And now he can't even face talking to me. Yeah, sure, I messaged him a lot. It drove me bonkers. Bonkers. And then, of course, because I said, hey, will you at least just have a conversation with me? And, here's my stance on this. Like, I'm being nice about it, but don't mess with me like this and get me excited about it and then pull the rug from underneath me. That's not nice, But like, have the decency and the courage and the to actually have a call with me and just speak to me. After sending me these emojis of this, I don't know, whatever the fuck it's called, So speak to me then. You're gonna do that, you owe me a call, at the very least. I guess I've got to confront doing these GHL videos. So I'll go back to my little life where I had planned on just whatever, How dare you put me in that place again and then blame me for my confusion and asking for an explanation. But whether it was put on or not, like whether it was pretended or not, there must have been something real about his intentions. It's just the most confusing thing ever, and it's just fucked up. I don't deserve that. I just don't deserve that. At the very least, give me a call. And then, follow through on your intentions.